Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to talk about why I'm so successful in my truck compared to a lot of people that want to run the same time as me or better, or even close to what I run with the same setup or, similar setups. Now, one of the main reasons that I can get this truck to run as good as it does is because I put the time in, the effort, and I've had this truck for 4 years, almost 2000. Next year will be 5. And it doesn't just take putting the mods on, getting the right tune, and just going to the track with some tires and just flooring it and going. It doesn't work like that. If it did, it'd be everyone would have the same times with the same mods, and all mods respond. Actually, all mods respond differently to each truck. Also, now I'm not saying mine is the fastest, like with the certain mods. But I would say because of my experience with this truck and my knowledge of this truck and data logging and talking to my tuner, who's given me so much knowledge of in the Ram community of what to do, I text him when I'm at the track. It's like he's with me. And if I have issues about spinning, he's ran slicks longer than me. So I was like, all right, what should I try tire pressure wise? If it's not running as good, I'll even talk to some of the guys there, just to figure out how they're running. Are they getting traction? And everything comes together at one. And a lot of the reasons is because, I put my time in. I don't even know how many passes. Well over 100. I may be close to 200 passes in this truck. I don't really know. I wouldn't say 200, but I would say I'm well over 100. This year alone has been a lot. Not so much in the summertime because it's really hot, but I have gone in the summer a lot. Still 20, I can get 20 passes in. Like if I get a good night, 5-6 passes. If in the bad night, usually 3, maybe 4, depending on what's going on. Now, at the track, as you can see, my truck, it launches hard. And even before I put the converter in, this truck always had a great 60 foot, especially for being 321 gears, which a lot of the guys still down on 321 gears. They think 392 is the best. I made a video about that. When you go to a smaller tire, there is almost no difference. And then that's being an honest thing. I don't care what you say. There's really not. Some guys have said they got in 3/10. You didn't get 3/10. There's no way in hell you got 3/10 out of a tire, out of a gear change with an 8-speed. With a 6-speed, yes, I could see it, but not with the 8-speed. Not with the 8-speed and a tire and going to a smaller tire. Not 3/10. You probably get a 10th. I would say a 10th. Maybe a 10th and a half on a 32 or 33-inch tire. Once you go down to a drag size tire, the 28s, like most of the guys run, you're not getting 3/10. You may get a 10th. I don't even know, but I've 60, like I said, 60 footed just as good as any 392 geared 4-door truck, and that's not including 4-wheel drive trucks. I out 60 foot almost any 4-door 4-wheel drive truck, even if you have 392 gears, guaranteed almost. And this is before the converter. Put the converter in, I don't even know if there's any 4-door truck that's out 60 foot in me unless you're running boost. And I would say nitrous or a Whipple. If you're running a Pro Charger or turbo, no, you're not going to out 60 foot me. I can almost guarantee that because the torque isn't instant. You know what I mean? That's the reason. I'm not saying I'm faster. I'm just saying you're not going to out 60 foot this truck. And I prep. As everyone knows, if you watch my channel, this truck is gutted. No seats, drag tires, spare, tailgates off. The front sway bar is permanently off. I keep that off just because I'm not putting that thing back on. It weighs 10, 15, I think it was 15 pounds, and it really doesn't do much. Like I noticed around the corners, it's not much. It's not. And I taken off the little I forget what the hell they're called. Weights that are underneath the truck. If I think of it, I'll let you know. I can't remember the name of them right now. They're like 8 pounds a piece. They're vibration dampers. Look like little tiny dumbbells. I don't know if they're on the 2-door trucks. I know all 4-door trucks got them. Like dumbbells on each side, one on this side, one on that side. And they're like 8 pounds a piece. Every little bit of weight helps. But I do have the added weight of the hitch because I have a boat. I tow my boat. So that stays on. I'm not taking that off ever to go back and forth. And I take my bed liner out. And that's another 40 pounds. So yes, with all the weight I take out and all the modifications I have and all the times I've been to the track, that's why my truck is so much faster than most other trucks with the same mods, similar mods, most even 4-door trucks. Not 4-wheel drive, just 4-door in general. Even though I'm about 250 pounds heavier, give or take. Some of the more expensive trucks are a little heavier. They might be closer to my weight, but yeah, it's just because I go to the track, I test everything. I went with drag radials, I tested them out, I perfected them. It's, you got to play with the tire pressure, know the track. Is the track prepped well? How big of a burnout do you have to do? You have to know what to do when you get there. And I have track intake, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll throw a can of additive octane in there, and 100 octane tune. That may help out a little bit. Some guys say it doesn't. I've had other guys say it does. It's hard for me to say because I've only ran it since I had the converter. And it to me, I think it helps. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's only $20 can. And I just throw it in with 10 gallons or anything under half a tank. You throw it in there with the whole can. And that, to me, maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do a real world test one day and I'll try it out. Yeah, but with the slicks, when I had problems with traction at the track, I was still spinning when I first got them. I never had slicks. I always ran radials or street tires or four-wheel drive. So, I was even learning with them. But I almost perfected. I still spun a little bit my very first run at the call-out. And I played, left. The first day I went out with the slicks, they had to be broken in. Had to heat them up. The 12. And they weren't grabbing. So I was getting a little frustrated. And then I was talking to Jay, my tuner. He said the track could be sweating. It could be a bad day. A lot of guys weren't getting traction that first day anyway, so I wasn't too bummed out. So I put the tire pressure back up. I actually did a couple hits on the way home just to see how they were doing, and they grabbed better than they did at the track. So I was like, And I'm talking to other guys. I said, yeah, leave some more tire pressure in. It's, you're going too low. I didn't know you could go too low. With slicks, and obviously you can. Drag radials, I know you can go too low. Drag radials like to be have a little bit more air than slicks do. So I go to the track and I put them around. I started I think it was 18.5, and that was right now the number that's working best. Put them at 18.5 before the burnout. They probably go up to at least 20, I'd say, on the burnout, and they've been grabbing. They've been grabbing great, and this truck is launching so hard. I was surprising so many people at the call out. People kept coming up to me all day and like, oh my God, what's in this truck? Do you have a supercharger or this? I'm like, no, it's just all motor with full bolt-ons, cam, and the converter gets me off the line. Surprised a lot of people. They didn't realize it was also four-wheel drive. Because I don't use four-wheel drive at the track. Two-wheel drive just launches harder, launches better, and I don't have the risk of the transfer case. I've never had a problem, and I don't know anyone that's had a problem with the transfer case, but I don't want to be the one that has that problem. So people coming up to me asking me if I'm, I was like, no, it's just four-door, four-wheel drive truck, naturally aspirated, bolt-ons, tune, bolt-ons, cam, and a converter. That's it. Not too many mods. The only real engine mod is the cam. The cam did the most. Maybe the cam and the converter combo is deadly, because I got the torquiest cam that Jay has. And at the time, I wasn't really looking into a converter. It just came upon me that, yeah, a converter is great to have. When he asked me, when I talked to him, and, we got together and we got a converter. But at the time of my cam, I wasn't planning on getting a converter. I was staying, because I go to the track more than almost everyone else. They like to street race. I don't do that. So at the time, the cam was the best option. And it's the torquiest cam he sells. And it still has top end. I picked up 3-4 miles, I think it was 3.5 miles an hour compared to no cam, and 3/10 could have been more. I only went to the track once in that weather, so it was a minimal of 3/10, and it was 3 miles an hour, so it could have been more. Who knows? But yeah, and then I got the converter, and I got a very big converter. It's it was a beta test, it 4,000 stall, which they never, when I've been the beta test, specified how big the stall was, because it's a test. So the flash point, it goes up to 41, 42 on full acceleration off of idle. And that's where most Rams do best, is off of idle. Because you flash your converter to the highest point. I can stall it up to about 34 before the tires start breaking loose. That means I'd have to launch it at 3, which isn't as powerful as launching at 42. The only way I'd launch at 3 is if I was still having traction issues. And then I'd probably consider getting off at 3 and then launching foot brake until 3. But Alpha Vital works best. Alpha Vital is the hardest to get traction, but it works best. So yeah, I've put my time in. A lot of passes. I've had this truck from stock 14.9. Yeah, I went stock 14.9 to 14.2. Actually, a 14.6, then a 14.2, and a 13.9, 13.8, 13.7. Just down, 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 down. Working with my tuner. I switched tuners right before I got headers. And it was, I don't want to diss on any tuners, but it was the best decision I made because my tuner now is much more knowledgeable. And I don't want to, like I said, diss on him, but yeah, it was the best decision I ever made to go to him. I just seen a lot of his videos, a lot of what his trucks are running, and they're blowing everyone else out the water. At the time, there's a lot of fast trucks out there now with good times and stuff, but at that time, Hemi Fever trucks weren't competing, and I seen what Jay's guys are doing with just bolt-ons, and they're beating guys with cams. So, and now I get this truck with his tuning and his advice and his knowledge to help me get this truck where it is. That's why it's as fast as it could be. You have to put the time in. You don't go to the track one time and expect to run what I run. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to go out there and expect to run what Jay runs. Jay's had the fastest four-door truck and actually aspirated. I'm not going to run that. Is it possible? Yeah, but I don't expect to go out and run it anytime soon unless I get more mods. So I'm just trying to explain to you guys why the truck runs so damn good compared to what other trucks are running with similar mods and some even with more mods. All right, talk to you guys later.